Okay, stud, come on down! Oh, thank you, Joe. Wonderful to be. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't the Price is Right. That's right. That's right. Hello, everyone. This is RK Stud, Robin Crotzer with you. If this is your first time seeing this, hello and welcome. We call this Robservations. This is where I have my personal blog where I talk about life and what's going on in my life and hanging out with friends and wrestling shows and just anything goofy. Unfortunately, we haven't gone to any wrestling shows lately. No big deal. Might be one coming up. We shall wait and see. So I don't get copyright. Anyway, hello, welcome to all that are new. If you do like this, like, subscribe, do all that. We're in this channel here. Let's see, I talk about, we have wrestling matches on. We do single stuff, single matches. I don't do big things. I don't do whole shows. Because, frankly, even though I like watching whole shows, just in today's environment, people just don't have time for whole shows. Sometimes we talk about comics. Sometimes we film animals, my pets, when they do wild, wacky, goofy stuff, or I just find stuff that they do. I film whatever just comes to mind right off the bat. And for all of you that have been here before, that follow me and watch every video that we've done and stuff, welcome back. It's been a while for a little observation. I know. But where do we begin with? Well, I guess we will start with Hissy. Now, if you've watched my videos of Hissy, you've seen she's this little stout tuxedo kitten, black and white. She's not, how can I put it? Well, she's just Hissy. She's stout. She's kind of mean. And we've had her for 4 years, but she's finally letting me pet her on the head. She's letting my brother pet her on the head. Her favorite thing is her brooming. You can pet her with a broom and she just loves it. She adores it. What's been going on with Hissy is twice in the last 3 weeks, she's wanted out. We've let her out and she's run off. Now, the first time it was 2 nights. It was on a Saturday night. She hadn't come back, so we figured, all right, well, maybe she'll just come in the morning. Nope. All Sunday, nothing. Monday, nothing. Monday, I had called Humane Society and asked them if they might have picked up a cat fitting Hissy's description. No, well, you might want to put her on these things. So I went and posted some pictures of her up and got her. Well, no one found her. And then, lo and behold, Monday morning, or I should say Tuesday morning, about 1:20, I am getting ready for bed, and I went to call Fred in because Fred was still outside. He's learning more to be more inside, finally. And here comes Hissy just running up the steps. I'm like, Hissy, okay. So, she came in. Well, everything's fine and dandy, except she wanted out the other night. I said, no, it's too late. It's bedtime. What did Mom do? Mom said, oh, just let her out. So, fine. Let her out. She didn't come back. 1 day, 2 days, nothing. I didn't post anything. I didn't say she was missing or anything like that. Well, yesterday, Mom went and looked in the garage. She was up in the rector in the garage. So Mom went and got a ladder and went with Aaron, had Aaron help her to hold the ladder so she could climb up to get her in the ladder. That wasn't happening. So I came in and I went in and I'm trying to help, and Aaron's trying to get her off the ledge with a broom. And she just wouldn't come, and I said, you can't be hitting her with, I'm not hitting her with the broom. Then he throws the broom right at me. So I just let her go, and then she did climb down, but then she went behind the little workbench that's in the garage. And she's behind there, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get her out there. Well, in the meantime, after I got her out there, she moved so fast, I didn't see her go out initially, so I sat out in the garage for about half hour, 45 minutes, and Mom's like, just let her go. She'll come out when she wants. And I'm just sitting in the garage, just trying to figure out how to get this cat out. And Mom says, just let her go. And the next thing I see, well, because I had a view of the workbench where she should be at, where I think she's at, and the door that leads out to the back door. And coming into sight, coming from the corner, Hissy's already out. Dumb cat. Oh, we love her though. So that's what's been going on. We've had 2 police incidents that we've had to call on. Alright, first one. I don't know if I should be telling this or not, but I will be telling this. A former step-cousin, because his grandmother and my grandfather were married after everybody done and had kids. He proceeded to... He talks to my brother at my brother's job because his girlfriend is his team leader. So he thinks he can get away with it. Well, one day Mom was following him, but he was driving kind of slow and stepped on his brakes real quick, and Mom had to step on her brakes. Not that she was close enough. I mean, they were about that far apart. And he says, to my brother at his job, if I would have stopped even slower, your mom could have hit me and got me a new vehicle. Well, Aaron told Mom told me, and I just had to DM this little punk. And I said, hey, I don't like the way that she talked about my mom like this. Please don't do that, and please don't talk to Aaron when he's at work. I said, we've had enough of you and your family. We don't want any more done with you since grandfather passed away, 2010. And then this is when all the feelings came right back. The day grandfather died, we were up in Sandusky with a friend. We had just gotten we got a phone call that Grandpa was in a car wreck. Okay. They were taking him to the hospital. Okay, well, we were still up in Sandusky with a friend. We just can't exactly, hey, dude, we got to call this off. We just figured he was just going to be just all right because he survived the little car accident he had. Lo and behold, we're just spending the day having fun up in Sandusky. We buy our tickets to go see the crappy 2010 Clash of the Champions because, we watched the original and I liked it. I thought it was going to be good with the CGI and everything, but lo and behold, I didn't like it. But right before the movie started was when we got the bad news. And it was like, okay, we just can't tell our friend, hey, look, no hard feelings that you spent $20 to see this movie in 3D. We've got to get our asses to go because our grandfather passed away. What are you supposed to do at that point? So we just stayed and watched the movie. Deal with the funeral and everything that's coming up. No, what happened was, other than Aaron, other than my brother, Mom and I were shunned. We weren't introduced to people who were asking who we were. Mom and I were shunned. My step-grandmother and her family shunned us, and like I said, we were treated like outsiders to my grandfather's funeral. The obituary, he only had four grandkids, okay? Me, my brother, my two cousins from my uncle. Our names should have been on that obituary. No. They went on the obituary and said he had many grandchildren and great-grandchildren and I think maybe great-great-grandchildren. I can't remember. Her family, I shouldn't go there. I'll go there anyway. They breed like rabbits and are just trashy and a whole bunch of cheating going on to make more babies, if you catch my drift. So, and then if that wasn't the case, that was also, get this. This is more than takes the cake. My grandfather's estate. Well, my uncle got something, and her kids got my step aunts and uncle. They got something. My ma didn't get jack. That's right. You don't think I'm gonna have beef with that? I'm. Granted, things happen for a reason, and better things came later on. To where I know as a Christian, as a man who believes in God, to should let this slip, but them feelings just came back. Sometimes you try to forget things, but then feelings come back. Well, that's what happened, and I went off on him, and then TH, yeah, I'll give you his initials. He proceeded to track my mom down, go to the laundromat, put his hand to her face, and ask where I was. So, something out of that must have triggered him. I don't mind that. I don't mind. I had to say what I had to say and got it off my chest. So Mom had to go to the police station and make a report. And I don't know what's come of it. Maybe they found him, the little turd, and told him to, hey, back off. Hopefully. And this morning, woke up to my neighbor knocking on. Well, he knocked on the door. He came in. Mom and him were talking for a while. I finally got up, even though I was like in the next room. But I have to have a oxygen machine at night due to my heart attack I had a few years ago. And I'm all good now. So I went and took Miko out, walked around our car. Oh, I'm fast forwarding a little bit. I'm sorry. Anyway, he had to come and tell us that he saw a dark blue car just come and back up and hit our car. He heard it. So I then went with Miko to take him out for the morning. Walked around our car, and there were broken pieces of the brake lights right on our car. So I'm looking all over the car. Okay. Checked out the car. First I didn't see nothing. And then I was like, all right, let me check this again. And sure enough, I found the spot where this person hit it. All right. So I had to call the police. They came. So I waited outside for them. Waited and waited. Then they finally came. And it was a good thing they came. They came right when these people got out of a nice big truck with a gas can full of gas to put in that little blue car. And then the police was questioning everybody, asked me what went on, and I said, from, done on my side, which was absolute truth, hey, my neighbor knocked on our door, we're just all waking up. He said he heard this, and I checked. I said, you can see the remnants right on the car, you can see scratch on the car, which the car is fine. Just some, minor little dents we can get out. No, nothing big there. And then we got we got the two cops. They have the canine dog. The canine dog's in the car. They didn't bring him out at all, which I believe they should have. And hold up, I'll tell you why. Because these three morons, and that's even a little loose term, calling them morons. I feel bad for calling them morons. These people are morons. That's even lower for morons. Started talking to the police and first they were blaming each other as to who was driving. Well, I let my friend borrow it. He was driving. Well, no, you were driving. He was driving. She was driving. Oh my God, these morons. And weren't even, looked right. They don't even live here. Never seen the car before. The car is from another county. The one guy, he had a speech impediment, but it sounded like he was just brain damaged from taking too many things, And the girl, she was dressed like, how can I say it? What's the best way I could say it without YouTube blocking me? She wasn't dressed very classy at all. Let's just put it that way. And then finally, the one person said, oh, yeah, I was driving. After everyone's blaming everybody else. I was driving from Bellevue to come home. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. You're coming home, you're driving in the alley, you could have just turned right on in. But why did you? Because where we have our car at, there's an alley right next to it. Plenty of space where it shouldn't be hit. You should have just gone right on in and pulled in and parked. Why were you backing up It just doesn't make any sense. And it also doesn't make sense, like I said, that they had to go get some gas and fill it up. You know, something just doesn't add up right there. 3 people, but someone's coming home from work. Someone's not dressed very nice. Someone's a little too brain damaged from illicit drugs. The county plates come from a different county. You live here, but we have never seen you here before. The other 2 people took off with the person in the truck. So I hope I'm not ruining anybody and someone up front is watching this, but one of them houses up there, I think something is going on. Because there was a different car in the back tonight and a different person. Some girl, she was dressed very revealing. Especially this time of year. I mean, shorty shorts up to here, and she didn't have anything on to cover herself up top. Let's just put it this way. She was wearing a tank top, shorty shorts, in this cold weather, no bra, and you could see right inside the shirt and see boobage. So, that's where we're at with that. Okay, now where am I at now? Oh, I do have to share this. I haven't told you guys this. Some of you know that I am diabetic. I am taking the Dexcom G7 system, which has worked wonders for me. I mean, I have done so much better with it. You know, before I would, you know, give myself my insulin, then eat my stuff, and then it would go up into the 300s and then come back down because that's how my insulin works. It's slow acting, so it would take a while for it to work. But with the system, I've been watching myself way better. And now when I eat, I just go up maybe ever so slightly to the 270s. And then a couple hours after that, because the insulin's working much better because I took a lot. You know, I'm taking care of myself and not eating things I shouldn't be eating because I'm diabetic. So it just goes up and it comes right back down. So with that said, 2016 to 2023, was it last year or was it? Yeah, 2023. All them years I battled things. Wounds on the feet and had multiple surgeries on the feet and amputations to where my right foot, no toes, right? Been doing pretty good with that until just a month ago when I mowed, and after I got done mowing the yard, come back, and my sock is just all red right here. Took it off, and there was a big hole, not this big, right on the scar line of where the toes were cut from. Thank God it wasn't too deep, because I did go to my foot doctor. which I've been seeing every week now. And he said, it's not that deep, it's just superficial. Which is, thank God for that. I thought it was superficial before I even went to him and thought, it shouldn't be that bad. So we were putting collagen on it every week and wrapping it up with different colors, as you can see here. And just switched over to new insurance because they're giving me a lot more benefits. Let's just put it that way. A lot more beneficial for me in a lot of ways. Like the old insurance wouldn't approve the skin grafts. These people just did right away. Because I just went in yesterday, and the nurse assistant, she said, you changed insurance, right? I said, yeah, why? Well, your new one has just approved you for skin grafts. Would you like to do that today? And I said, well, let's see how this works. Let's see, but unfortunately it stayed the same. It was slow, it was growing in. Now it's just kind of stayed the same. So we got skin grafts on here. And I'm not doing too much. I'm supposed to be off of it. I'm off of it as much as I can. So that's where we're at. What can I say? The middle three in 2016 got infected from the way that the original people were wrapping it. So those went. Then a few years after that, another doctor just took off the other two. But I got a wonderful foot doctor now. He finally closed up the wounds at the bottom of my feet. What else do you want to know? What else do we want to talk about? Oh, I guess we'll finish up with this stuff. How do you like this? We'll finish off with these. I have, of course, I'm always from time to time talking about both my channels, just not this YouTube channel, but I also have my Arcade Retro channel page over on Facebook. A lot of the stuff is similar. I ran some of the same stuff, and other stuff I run stuff that I might not be able to get trade used because of YouTube's policies and certain things. So some of the stuff that I can't put on YouTube's over on that. But also, as of right now, we're working on Superman stuff and we're working on TNA stuff, which is fine. And like I said, you noticed a week or two ago, I showed you the commercial that I was in for One Night ODB, which they took they took me for about a second or two, you could see me. And I didn't think of pursuing the DVD. I remember doing the video for it, my official my entry for it. I didn't think nothing came of it until, when was it? And even then I didn't think nothing of it. We were doing the hybrid match when we were working on that one night. And the guy's ring that we were working on the match, and he said something like, yeah, slap him like ODB's your girlfriend. And I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it. I said, okay. I did not think anything of that. I didn't think anything of a commercial coming out with me in it. I just like, I'll just throw it out there. And then later on, I found the commercial for it. I'm in it. I'm like, holy, all right. Even when people were telling me, hey, you're in this. I saw you on TNA. I'm like, okay, must be a doppelganger. Okay. No, me. Oh, me. I'm like, hey. And I didn't think of pursuing the DVD until like last month. Like, I wonder if that's on the DVD. So bought the DVD and checked it out. I had never shown. Now, I had never shown my mom that to begin with. Because at that time, we were dealing with mom at that time going through cancer. Her throat cancer. That was back in 2009. She's still alive. She's a survivor. She's in remission. Hasn't come back. Thank God. So this is the first time she saw that. But while while we were battling with that, my brother and I, we both had our jobs. We were, trying to find a way to stay home and be home with mom and work around everyone's schedules. Sometimes Aaron's job, my brother's job, was decent about it. Mine, however, I couldn't just get my schedule switched just for a little bit. Some of the co-workers at my place were good about coming in and when I needed shifts changed and stuff like that. And there was one that just refused to. She had to have days. Okay. So you just can't let me have a day or two out of the week just to work a day and then be home at night with mom? Fine. Dealing with that. Dealing with a broken engagement from my fiance, who cheated, by the way. And dealing with getting ready to do the hybrid stuff. So where was I? Oh, back to the channels. Okay, and on this channel, you see, like right now, I'm doing Portland wrestling, which is fine. Let's see. I do some random stuff. I'm gonna be doing some political stuff. I think this weekend there's gonna be a rally here in my town with one of the bigger people coming into town. So be on the lookout for that. I might or might not film it. I haven't figured it out yet, but I probably will, because Saturday morning I will have to be doing my poll training for the election. Imagine poll training, and then an hour after I get done with the poll training, going downtown for a rally. But I know next Saturday, November 2nd, here in my town, we're going to be having a Trump train, and whoever wants to participate, we'll be having a Trump train around town. So I will be filming stuff for that. Miko will be coming along for the car ride. We have his little Trump doll that we call Trumpy that I'll bring and probably be doing two things at once. I'll probably be holding the camera and riding in town, showing you all the views. But I'll also be holding Trumpy doll and having him, we call him Trumpy, have him just waving out the window. Which ought to be fun. But this channel, we're doing, like I said, we're doing Portland wrestling. We're doing one a day of the old Shadow radio episodes because I'm a big Shadow fan. Have been since Grandpa got me hooked on it. He bought me issue number 2 at a garage sale. Oh my God, I was 12 or 13. And then a few weeks later, I found an old cassette. Well, I didn't find an old cassette. Found a cassette tape with an episode on it of The Shadow at a bookstore that's no longer around. And I'm like, okay, let me check this out. I was hooked. That's all it took. So I went. Here, let me show you. Let me show you this. Let's see, 2011 Motor City Con. I went and there was a guy that had just a whole, I don't know if he's around anymore. Anyway, he sells just discs, CD-ROMs of just radio shows, radio programs. I bought 2 Shadow discs. This is the one. The other one's in my DVD player right now. That one has 118 episodes. This one has 125. So it says. So that makes it 243 Shadow episodes. So I'm only going to do like one a day. At first I was doing 2, but like you guys might get tired of this, so I wanted to switch it up. So he threw me 2 of them, and then there is another one. He threw this one in for me because the splotched ink. But this is a show called Suspense, and there's 110 episodes from December 21st, 1944 to July 10th, 1947. 110 episodes. So, eventually I'll get to them. In fact, a lot of these episodes I haven't even heard before, so now I've got the time where, like I said, every day I'm going to be doing one. So, as soon as we get done with The Shadow, which will be sometime next year probably, then we'll switch over, which, the views aren't there. I'll admit that, but I'm okay with that. And then my heart belt thing today. This is what my channel has always been for. It's to connect with you people. It's to share things. It's to make memories for you people. It's to make you happy, hopefully happy. I don't want people to be sad. But today, I got one of the ones that, whenever anyone reaches out to me and comments, hey, I'm so-and-so. Thank you for putting up my match. Thank you for putting up so-and-so's match. Do you have any more? And sometimes it's like, no, I don't. And sometimes I wish I could. So I made some fans happy because they got to see a wrestler's match that they never knew the match existed, or it's their favorite wrestler or whatever. But today it just absolutely touched me. I'll end it on this one. If you made it this far, you need to hear this one. At first, when I first started getting back into just going almost every day with all this stuff, I had let's see, I've done some karaoke type stuff. It just doesn't work for me just to sit here and sing. I've got to be going back out to karaoke, and then you can see me in action. Let's just put it that way. I've done that. I've put up some musical stuff by, concerts by local bands and stuff. Put up my comic book stuff. Showed some wrestling stuff that I wish I had been able to take more, but I didn't know how long that, I could film on my camera. There was some stuff that I missed that I wish I would have just gone back and gotten. There was especially a Trey Miguel versus Sam Beal and Jason Hodge match. It was a handicap match. It was a really good match. Which made me a Trey Miguel fan, because that was my first time seeing them live. So, there's that. But let me get back to the point. So, the first stuff that I started posting regularly was the Old Millennium Wrestling Federation out of Toledo. That I had gotten footage from friends, some Toledo shows, but a whole bunch of Fremont shows. And some you can see me in the background, I'm watching stuff. But the one with Chief Butnaka versus Ice Tray and Bato Loco at the Hard Knocks Center, which is where MWF held their shows in the mall. It got touched on, it got viewed by one of Chief Butnaka's daughters. And she just said, "Long live Chief Butnaka. That's my dad." And I'm like, "Okay, you're welcome." And then I commented back, "I just put up everything that I have, and I'm glad you're able to see this." And she wrote back, "Thank you for putting it up. I never thought I would be able to see any of this." And in case you're wondering, Chief passed away very young. Chief gave me my first wrestling lessons. So that's where that connection comes from. And it's like K9 said, always thinking about him. Never forget. I've never forgotten. And I never forgot them lessons that I had from him years later after I finally started wrestling. So I am so humbled that, and touched that I have the stuff with Chief and she's able to finally get to see her dad wrestle. Sorry for breaking down. That's just one of them. It's a good heart feel things to me. This is part of why I do what I do. It's not just my love of wrestling. It's not my love of MMA. It's not my love of comic books. It's not my love of pop culture stuff or comic books or Star Wars or The Shadow or the movie serials or Godzilla. It's my way of sharing and giving back to people. I'm touched. Especially after today. I didn't think I could be moved after dealing with the car, but it moved. Her finding that video moved. And I'm glad she can see that her daddy's matches from me. What all I have. I'm truly thankful and humbled, and whether you believe in him or not, God made me humble today. As I'm always humbled. I'm always humbled when someone thanks me for this or for that. But this one was truly touching, and I don't know. I'm glad I am who I am. This makes me glad of everything. Of loving what I love. Of being me. And I think I rambled on enough. So we'll talk again soon. Peace.